let's get to a highly anticipated and possibly underwhelming album.
Highly overhyped.
Definitely overhyped.
Definitely overhyped. Definitely underwhelming.
Before we talk about the album, let's talk about the fans. Kendrick fans are fucking ridiculous.
You know what though? I'll compare Kendrick fans to Nicki Minaj fans. They're the same people, but just different fandom.
But I don't feel like.
You can't say anything bad about Kendrick. They'll kill you. They will find out where you live.
But they also overhype Kendrick to be some kind of fucking lyrical genius.
Same thing with the Barbs.
I don't think the Barbs do that as much.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to the Barbs.
The Barbs came after me one time, and it was pretty fucking funny at first, and then it got ridiculous. I was like, are you serious? Come on. It was funny though.
How so? What'd you say about their?
Yeah,
I just said something was trash about Nicki, like a song she did, and it got on my nerves, and it just kept being on the timeline. I was like, yo, and I just put on one of the posts. I was like, yo, this fucking shit is trash. This bitch is trash. She used to be dope, now she's whack. Yo, fam. Then I put the Michael Jordan gif where he says, "You got a problem? Stop it." You know what I'm saying? I put that. And they clown me for that. They're like, oh, look at the way it's cut. It's not even cut right. Yo, they clown me for mad shit. Yo, they roasted my post. They roasted and it was just an ongoing thread. And it just kept going. And it was like 100-something comments. This guy's the worst. Yeah, I can tell you an old head. I was like, yo, man, funny shit. I started laughing. I was like, yo, this shit is hilarious. But they were relentless, yo. And mind you, I don't have mad followers. If I did, it would have been all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think it's just like the Barbs, bro. Like, you can't say shit about Kendrick. You say something about Kendrick, they're going to come at you that way. I know because I'll tell you who's like that. Me and Eli got into. Shouts to Eli, your head of security's nephew.
Yes.
He's a huge Kendrick fan. Me and him went at it because I told him Cole's better. Yo, he wants to fight. Yo, because I told him, like, yo, Cole's better, man. Fuck that. Like, I fuck with Kendrick, but to me, Cole's better. And I started explaining why and what he does and why, so in my opinion, why he's better than Kendrick. And yo, dude got upset because I started breaking it down and he wants to fight.
Damn.
It wasn't that, like, we really weren't going to fight, but yo, it got intense. A lot of
Kendrick love.
Yeah. So, like, their fans, his fans are ravenous.
So, in leading up to the album, his fans were being his fans, and they were hyping up this album that was about to come out and shake the world and fucking configure the hip hop landscape, and the king was coming back and blah 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 blah. And then the album dropped, and it had a good first week. I believe 350,000,
which is good nowadays.
Yeah. It dropped to like 85,000 week 2. Which is a big drop. Very sad. Yeah. And it since has gone gold in about 3 or 4 weeks that has been out. It's gold. But the album itself is aight.
Call it what it is, Burnz. Is it mid?
It's mid.
It's mid, right?
It's not an album that... All right, back to what I was saying earlier about underground music. First of all, you can't play this album around the baddies.
No.
Right.
You can't play this album at no party, no cookout, whatever. When you press play on the album, you know what I thought it sounded like? A stage play.
True, on wax.
That's what I thought it sounded like. So the whole rest of the album, I'm imagining it as if he's on stage doing a one-man stage performance and then guests come out.
I thought of you, honestly, pause. When I heard this album, I thought of you instantly. And I thought, how many of these songs slap in the whip?
None.
No, there's a couple. There's like
maybe,
two.
But
there's like 2 or 3.
But even the ones that slap in the whip, you're not gonna slap him because he's talking about some bullshit. Yeah, not some bullshit, but just some shit you don't want to hear.
Some shit you don't want to hear in the whip.
And what's crazy is it's not bullshit, and it's not shit you don't want to hear. It's almost like you don't want to hear it because it's true.
Yeah,
and it's poignant. And it's
very existential.
It's all of us at points.
Yeah.
It's therapeutic and it's honest. And yo, sometimes I don't want to hear that shit, bro. I want to hear shake your titties and shit like that. You know what I mean? And pop that thing.
But it's very existential. Like, why are we here? What am I doing here?
Yes,
what
let me
is
live,
my purpose?
let me be a human,
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah. But what I like about Kendrick and what I dislike about Kendrick is that sometimes they don't even sound like we're listening to music. Or
like a lecture.
Yeah, it sounds like spoken word over rhythmic tunes.
True.
And not necessarily that he's even speaking the words to the tune.
And he does that most on this album.
Yes. So sometimes like it's just him rapping over a random piano or a fucking wacky noise, and then the beat will come in, and then the beat will leave, and it's just him again rapping over some crazy shit.
Okay, so I wasn't the only one that wasn't too thrilled about that.
Nah, it's but again, that's what made it. Yo, this should be a stage play.
Yeah.
This should literally be a stage play because even the sounds he's using the pianos as they come in and out, the build-ups, like, the fucking crescendos, like it sounds like a one-man spoken word poem / stage show with an orchestra behind him.
I mean, I understand we've had serious music before. Like, to me, some of the most serious music I've ever heard and was dope as fuck to me was The Infamous. That's serious fucking music. They're talking about heavy themes on that album.
For sure.
You understand what I'm saying? This, on the other hand, is serious, but in a way where it's heavy. You're like, damn, yo, I really got to start fucking shaping my life in a different manner because I'm not the man I should be. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Whereas The Infamous, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go fuck somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like it was different. And plus, also was at a different point in my life, which is another thing that this guy. I'm in my 40s already. You know what I'm saying? This guy's how old already? How old is Kendrick? He's got to be 30.
In his 30s, I would say.
Still, I wasn't doing this at 30.
Well, no, but Kendrick, you're not Kendrick, bro. Kendrick is in Ghana right now, fucking hugging trees and kissing fish and shit.
Yeah, like this is very heavy. This is very deep, very profound.
This to me sounds like he recorded when he goes see his therapist.
Yeah,
and then made it songs.
Right, true.
And then some of the songs, like he didn't even try to make them songs. He just released a therapy session.
Yeah, it was just basic babbling.
One song that had profound effect on me was the song with the girl. We argue.
No, we cry together.
We cry together.
That song is dope. But that song is like I was telling you, Burnz, before we even started the show at the beginning. That's domestic violence 2022.
Yes.
100%. Yes. Even though the way the song is formatted, it's exactly.
Well, that's why I asked you if on domestic violence the female got to rap. Because in this song she gets to rap.
She basically raps her own verses, right? Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure Kendrick wrote it, but you know.
Nah, but in domestic violence,
she don't rap, right?
She just says a couple of lines here and there. Yeah.
So I think I would even say this might even be a little bit better than domestic violence, only because you get both points of view.
Right.
And in listening to this song, yo, I got like transported back in time.
Yeah.
to a toxic relationship with my ex-wife. Shout out to her, no beef. Prayers and love.
Yeah.
But it definitely, the song took me right back to that.
Right.
And the fact that she's a Kendrick fan makes me think she's probably heard this song and she's probably like transported back. And
both of you probably went to the same place.
It didn't feel good, man.
Yeah.
It didn't feel good.
It's definitely, but again, that's another one of Kendrick's gifts that he can do that. Take you right back to one of those places, which is a powerful gift in my opinion.
Yeah, and it makes the song that much better because, like I said, 98% of people should be able to relate to that song, and a lot of us have been in a similar situation, possibly saying things along the same lines or hearing things along the same lines. Yeah. So I thought it was relatable. I thought it was one of the better songs on there.
Yeah. For sure.
Another great song was Purple Hearts.
Yep.
Featuring Ghostface and Summer Walker. And I'm usually not a big Summer Walker fan, but I thought she did her thing on that one. And Ghost surprised the shit out of me. So I was listening to the album like while I was getting my teeth whitened. Shout out to LunaBright_whitening. But I wasn't like looking at the phone at the track list or anything, so I didn't know
who's
the name of the song or who's about to be featured on this song. I heard Kodak Black a few times.
Yeah.
I don't like Kodak Black personally.
I figured you did.
I don't like him as a rapper. I don't like him as a human. But whatever. Ghostface surprised me.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, this sounds like Ghostface.
Yeah.
And he ripped it in that Ghostface way that only Ghostface could do.
Only Ghostface could do it, baby.
And I thought it was dope. That's the last song on the first part of the album. Then it gets into the second part of the album. I'm going to keep it 1,000% with y'all. I ain't finished the album, bro.
I got to the last song.
I got to Silent Hill featuring Kodak Black, and I was like, another Kodak Black feature? I'm out of here. And I cut it off, man. This ain't my groove. This ain't my thing. He has a song on there called Mother I'm Sober, where I believe he talks about an alcoholic mother.
Yeah. My
mom is a drinker. I don't want to call her an alcoholic. She drinks every day. Might be the same thing. Whatever. I don't know if I want to hear a song about that shit, bro.
It's
People
very
lived through that. I don't know if we necessarily want to hear that in
our
lyrical
music
form. Yeah, like.
Well, that's the thing. This song, I mean, this album, like I said, is very. You can tell it's very heavy. It's very deep. It's him. It's fucking his It's his life. You know what I'm saying? On wax, basically. And
I dig it.
And some of them it's just spoken word over, like you said, certain loops or just a piano or whatever.
Now that's all. With all that being said, is not to say Kendrick is whack nor lame, nor untalented. Kendrick could rap his fucking ass off. And if you never heard Good Kid, Mad City, go back and listen to that. That shit, in my opinion, is a 5-mic classic album, perfect from beginning to start. There's nothing I would skip. I love everything about it.
There was a song that you played on AMP that it's him
and MC8.
Yes.
Yeah.
I fucking love that song.
Fire song.
Yes. Good Kid, Mad City. That's the name of the song.
That's the name of the song.
Yeah. That song is amazing.
If you've never heard that album, go check it out. I think it's better than this album easily.
Yeah, for sure.
But that doesn't mean this album is whack nor trash.
No.
And under the right circumstances, I might listen to this shit again.
When is that?
Like maybe on a plane or something. Or like if I'm on a trip, like on a train. You know, somewhere where it's like
you get to sit with your thoughts.
Yeah. And I can close my eyes and envision the stage show because I swear this shit is a stage production.
Right.
So I can't say I would never listen to it again.
Okay.
I'm not gonna rush to listen to it.
How do you feel about the production on the project?
See, that's the thing. I like the production because it goes with the album. And I feel like because the album sounds like a stage show, they got it off in matching that.
Yeah.
And like I would like to see it recreated by an orchestra as part of a stage show with moving parts, and you know, he might be at a piano for some parts and then he might get up and stand at the mic and lecture, and then Shorty might come in and they're in the bedroom arguing, or you know, like they could make it really dope if they wanted to make it something as opposed to making it like a traditional just hip-hop concert where he's on stage rapping. If they wanted to make it a real dope presentation,
like a stage show.
So I thought the production matched whatever it was that he was trying to achieve perfectly, and it even made me wonder just how much input does he have into the production, because his like song structure style is so fucking weird.
It's all over the place. Yeah.
That is it, like, is he getting the beat like that first and then he's writing weird to it? Or is he writing some weird shit and then he's telling the guy like, all right, start with a piano.
Yeah.
And then when I get to bar 6, we're going to add something.
Yeah.
And then at bar 10, just stop all the sound. Like, how involved must he be in actually creating the whole project?
You got to read the credits, see if he's on the production
because it matched perfectly.
Yeah.
And I just wonder, as someone who's like had a right to a beat, how did he get the beat? Did he get it and write to something and then later had them really fuck with it to match?
That's extensive production.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think that was by accident. Then
no, it couldn't have been.
Absolutely, you know,
he's so like intricate in his albums that he has to be super involved with all that shit. I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, he might even be like co-producing tracks.
It's not even. It is. I mean, obviously that he is intricate, but it's also that a lot of his albums with Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, they're all highly conceptual.
Yeah,
like there's a lot of concepts going on behind these songs and behind these albums even.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's probably why it takes him so long to drop projects too. Like he's not just dropping songs; he's dropping these fucking pieces that niggas is gonna be fucking dissecting this album for a minute, bro. Like you can write a whole dissertation on this shit, and
this is gonna be one of them.
There's conspiracies in the album, and supposedly the deluxe he put it out, and you're supposed to play it backwards to get a whole different meaning from the album,
right?
And it's just like a bunch of shit. And like I said, Kendrick fans, Kendrick is dope. I'm not in any way underselling Kendrick nor his genius, but his fans want him to be so genius that he'll say, this table is white and my phone is black. And they'll be like, yo, he's speaking about how society and the white man is so over-encompassing to the black man who only gets a small percentage of freedom. And you'll be like, yo, my nigga, he was just talking about the table where his phone is right there. They'll be like, nah, it's so much deeper. This shit is related to Africa.
Yeah.
You'll be like,
nah, fam, it's just that the table is white and my phone is black.
Yeah. It's
not deeper than that.
And I think that's even almost detrimental to him and his brand, because it gets to the point, like, I didn't even want to listen to this album.
But they say the same thing about Cole too, that he's too conscious and he's always too much on the.
But I think it's more his haters that say shit about that.
That he's boring.
Where it's Kendrick fans that are
okay. I get what you're saying.
Bigging him up. Right. You know, the haters are always gonna hate.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And if you think Cole is boring, that's cool. You can think that. You know, you're wrong, but that's fine. But I think his fans hype his shit up so much. You almost be like tired of the album before it even comes out and shit.
Yeah, true indeed.
And then you don't want to hear it.
Like, this album was talked about way more than I think it is after it came out. Like, you heard more about, like, it's like you said, I got album fatigue before the album even came out.
No, the album came and went. Surprisingly and like unexpectedly, the album literally came and went. I be on Twitter all the time. Niggas is not really talking about this album no more. And if you see a tweet about it, the tweet will be like, yo, niggas is not talking about this album no more.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. I can't say, but I understand, because again, it's not an album you probably want to listen to every day unless you're really into that and you're trying to dissect it and get a greater meaning. But it's not like something like, I can't envision listening to it every day. It's not even gym music.
But do you think he disappointed his fans? And I'm not talking about like the barbs and shit.
You're talking about the layman, the regular, the casual.
I would think so. I think the
casual fan gets nothing from this.
The general consensus has been that the album is mid. I've heard some people say that this is his worst album. And like I said, for sales to go from 350 to 85 week 2, and then God knows what it went to week 3 and 4. Like, he's not really all right. If it was 350 first week and then 85 second week, he's already at 435, and he went gold. Let's say he's on week 4, he could have went gold selling 40 and 35 the next 2 weeks. And that's an album. Like, yo, his first album was on the Billboard probably for like 2 years or 3 years or some shit. It might still be on there, the first album. So it's like,
in comparison,
this album came and went. And
maybe sophomore drinks.
It's like his fourth album.
Oh, is it? Oh shit!
Album,
what do I know? I thought Good Kid, Mad City was the first one.
It was
second.
Well, technically, it was the first major label release.
Oh shit! Okay.
And then he had To Pimp a Butterfly.
He had Section 80.
Well, no, he had
Section 80, Good Kid.
Then he had that unmastered CD, unmastered, unedited, some shit like that, which was.
He had To Pimp a Butterfly.
Then he had To Pimp a Butterfly. Then Damn.
And now this.
So
it's like 6.
Dre was only on what? Good Kid, Mad City. That's it.
If I recall, he was definitely on there.
He was on.
Then that's it, right?
He was on the recipe.
He was on.
That.
Wow. Okay.
I don't think he was on anything else.
Maybe he's the.
But this was his last album on his label, Kendrick.
Okay.
On TDE. So now he's off that label. He's gonna go do. So maybe that had something to do with it. Maybe he didn't want to give them his best album.
And he gave him this
album.
This lecturous.
Yeah, then his next album will come back and be some crazy shit. But Kendrick is such an obscure artist that he might not drop another album for 5 years. Yeah. He might not drop another album for 10 years.
He might take the reception of this and be like, fuck y'all don't deserve another album.
Yeah. Or he might be like, yo, it's a double album. Go dissect it for 5 years and tell me what you can figure out. He'll fuck around and put out a tweet and be like, did y'all figure it out yet?
Yeah.
And people will be like, what? And they'll go try to figure out something. And he'll be bullshitting. It wasn't even that. He'll just be like, I just wanted y'all to go stream it some more.
But exactly. He could do that.
Shit, I don't know, man.
Do you think he belongs in the Holy Trinity?
He has to, whether I believe it or not, just based off the popularity of the Holy Trinity. He's up there. He's
anticipated.
Whether I think so or not, he's in there.
Yeah.
That's their three. We had Biggie J and Nas, and they got Drake, Cole and Kendrick.
Okay.
Biggie J and Nas.
Who would you take?
Biggie J and Nas.
Who would you take? Biggie J and Nas, Cole, Kendrick, or Drake?
I'll take Biggie J and Nas, but Biggie J and Nas is a little fucked up because they're all New York artists.
True.
But that's who
at
was
least
holding it down.
Cole, Kendrick, and Drake
is all different regions.
Yeah.
You got down south.
But now none of them are New York artists.
No. See? But that's what I'm trying to get at.
And listen, this is not me speaking.
That'll be the next one. We're gonna put that up on the.
This is not me speaking as a Drake hater, but why would Drake be part of the Holy Trinity? Why?
Because although you fucking hate him, he's one of the biggest artists on this planet.
But the fact
that,
dog, he doesn't write his lyrics, so he doesn't even. Why is he even considered or brought up in that convo?
He's
he can't
brought up because you think he writes zero lyrics.
No, but he doesn't write his lyrics.
He doesn't write all his lyrics.
Right, he doesn't write lyrics.
He writes some of his lyrics.
But he
supposedly,
write lyrics.
I don't know. I'm not there.
Exactly.
So I can't say what he does or doesn't do.
Yeah, but
he might not have written all of his lyrics in his lifetime, but he's possibly written some lyrics. But again, it doesn't matter because it's not. We didn't make this decision. This is just the overall hip hop consensus. They are this generation's Holy Trinity.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether he writes or not, whether Kendrick is
he's
whatever,
in there, bro.
Yeah, he's just
deal with it.
But yeah, I think Kendrick belongs up there because who else would be up there?
Yeah,
if you have to make a Holy Trinity, you can't put J.R. Prime up there.
I didn't say.
Did you say that? I thought I heard you say that.
Who I said?
J.R. Prime?
No, I said Jay Electronica.
Oh, who the fuck is J.R. Prime?
I don't know.
Jay Electronica, that nigga.
Shout out to J.R. Prime.
Shout out to J.R. Prime, dude.
Yeah, shout out to J.R. Prime.
But nah, Jay Electronica trash. There's no other artist that's been consistently as heralded as those three from that same time frame of generation.
Exactly. That's the way you got to look at it, Black.
Yeah. But I want to go back to like Jay-Z is a genius because the Holy Trinity was actually Biggie, Nas, and Tupac.
True. And he inserted
himself into it.
Yeah.
And that line became a memorable, immortal line.
Exactly.
That cemented him in the Holy Trinity that he didn't belong in at the time.
At the time, no. At the time when that song came out, no. 1998?
At the time, no.
1998, no. 97, 98.
Eventually, yes.
97, that was 97.
Eventually, I'd say he would knock. Damn, bro, we're gonna get into an argument. He'd knock either Biggie or Pac out the spot.
What you mean?
Now of that trinity, Biggie, J, and Nas.
Okay.
First of all, Jay didn't belong there.
Okay, initially,
so it should have been Jay, Nas, and Pac.
Right. Okay.
But now Jay is in there.
Jay, Nas, and Pac, or Biggie, Nas, and Pac?
Biggie, Nas, and Pac.
Right.
Biggie, Nas.
But now Jay earned his position in there.
Okay. Yeah.
And somebody has to go.
Okay, so
Nas is not gonna go because Nas is still alive,
and he's still doing
it
at a high level.
It got to be one of the two deceased.
So it's got to be the Pac or Big.
And from the two deceased, who's put out the least work?
Big.
But the line is not. The line is not. What is it?
Tupac,
Nas, and
it's
Tupac,
Biggie,
Nas,
Jay-Z,
and Pac.
Nas.
It's Biggie.
Yeah, Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas.
So that's what I mean. Hov was a genius.
You know what?
For
but
inserting himself.
Listen, not for nothing, but if we're gonna get deep, Hov has done that a couple times, yo. If you want to
but
really
that's smart. That's genius because what he's doing is actually manifesting his own destiny by making you believe something before it's even fucking valid.
Happens. Right. Yeah.
He got that off.
He did get that off because, like you said at the very beginning, it became an immortal line.
Yeah,
it was almost the
whether
basis
it was
for
correct
this
or not.
Yeah, no. He manifested it. He manifested it way before it was actually true. Because I don't think at that point in 1997, everybody was like, Jay-Z's the best, one of the top three best rappers of all time right now.
I don't think anybody ever said it until he did.
That's what I mean.
Nobody was like, yo, the best MCs right now are Biggie,
Jay-Z and Nas.
No, Biggie, Nas,
and Jay-Z.
Yeah. You'd be like, yeah, who?
Yeah.
Jay-Z.
Exactly.
Like, nah, nigga, fuck out of here.
Yeah. That skinny nigga on the boat.
Skinny nigga on the boat.
That in my lifetime, nigga.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
Look what he did.
Ain't no rapper telling
And now because he did that, every generation will have a holy trinity.
True.
And it just so happens that for the following generation, it was Drake.
And it's still happening. Like
Cole,
there's gonna be another
and in
trinity.
a couple years. Because their time is almost up.
Exactly.
Their time is
They're
almost
coming up on 15 years.
So there'll be a next holy trinity.
Around the 20th year, it'll be over.
Of motherfuckers that's going to be doing it.
And it's going to be Jack Harlow.
What? Nah. Black Harlow. Fuck Black Harlow.
Black Harlow. Nah. It's going to be Jack Harlow, Kodak Black, and I don't know.
I'm going to just listen to R&B.
And Lil Durk.
But I do want to say that the 3 best podcasters is Joe Budden, Nori, and the Gahhd Cast. So
the Holy Trinity right there.
That's the Holy Trinity.
And
Respect it.
And we not number 2 or 3.
And don't get wrecked.
Right, in no particular order.
Saying.
Right.
Y'all got any shout? Oh, wait. So Kendrick, 5 mics. What y'all giving it?
The overall message is needed, especially in today's times, especially for men. You know, I was actually discussing this last night with my wife. We were out together alone, finally without kids. It was fucking amazing. But we were talking and shit, and then I brought it up to her. I'm like, you know that men commit suicide at a way higher rate than women? Like 80 to 20%? 80% men, 20% women?
Damn.
Yeah. Well, men don't have outlets, or they don't feel they have outlets, or they're not raised to believe they have outlets, so they hold a lot of emotions and stress in. Eventually, that boils over and niggas kill themselves.
Exactly. So that's a huge, like, that's a
so fellas, if y'all ever
huge.
need to speak, if y'all ever need a shoulder to cry on, or an ear to listen, at GAHHD_podcast is always available.
For sure.
DM at the real _VSOP on Twitter. You can DM at BLACC Vault on Instagram, or at call me _Joseph _ Listen, call me, because I be an emotional nigga. So we gonna cry together and all that. We gonna laugh. We gonna probably smoke, and you gonna feel like,
for sure.
Nobody needs to feel alone, especially men. You don't gotta fake the funk. Yeah,
you're not alone.
So, but like, so what'd you talk about?
So like I was saying,
I just had to give that quick.
No, for sure. But that's exactly what it is. You know, that's why like the ratio is so high, and it's alarming. Like it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And you know that's what this album is. Like this album is like that. It's very existential. It's like, why are we here? What am I doing here? Like, I gotta make this shit right. I gotta be a better person. That's what this is. It falls very much in line with everything else he's done, but this is the evolution. Now he's an older person. This is not Good Kid, Mad City. Back then it was that, like what he was going through at that point in his life. This is now after having kids, after being a world-renowned artist, you know what I'm saying, being part of the Holy Trinity, all that shit. Now it's, you know, now he's talking about his life, what it is and shit. With that being said, like the brother Burnz said, even though it's true, it's not always what people want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Does it slap in the whip? Not at all. Is it a good project? Yes. So to be fair, I'll give it a 3 mic rating on that alone. Yeah.
Black.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I was bumping it in the whip, and not one track I listened to was something that just smacked me, which is what I wanted.
Yeah.
And not to take nothing away from it, because the project was solid, as you say. He's speaking real shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not that kind of album, you know? But if I had to give it mics, I'll go with 3.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with the brother Black. 3.5 sounds about right, because we gave Lobby Boys 3.
I gave it 3.
And I can't envision replaying that album. And at least this one, I'll probably listen to it one more time. So I'll give it that. And also, he gets a little leniency, because I do believe he has the 5 mic Good Kid, Mad City album. So that probably earns him a little extra, half a mic.
Right.
And that song, We Cry Together, was fucking relatable. And
very dope.
I got to give it a point just for that. So I'll give him a 3.5.
Very dope.
Definitely check it out. Go check out Mad Kid, Good City, if you haven't.
Good Kid, Mad City.
That's it. Go check that out if you haven't heard it. Better.
But again, that was Kendrick at 20-something years old. Maybe 22.
I just think it's a better album. I just think it's a better put together album. I just think it's easier to listen to, easier to digest, better production. There's a couple joints on that shit that slap. So I'll rock that shit all day.
Remember, the doctor was around. You know, the doctor. He ain't go see the doctor this time around.
Yeah, true that.
You know,
yeah.
As much as cats want to, talk shit or hate.
True.
Dre is Dre, but anyway.
Dre is Dre, but on his old album cover, he was a she thing. Nah.
He was still dope.
Shout out to Eazy-E, man. One of the dopest, most underrated or never mentioned diss songs of all time.
Oh yeah,
I think that shit is hard as fuck.
I love that song.
Not only that, he's always so.
I feel like it doesn't get brought up when they be like the greatest diss songs of all time.
Well, you know what? You're right. But it should. Hell yeah,
you know why? Because he's so disrespectful, but he makes it sound like so funny and so cool. Like, I don't know, it's very nonchalant. Like, yeah, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but that was easy.
Yeah, exactly.
But also, Dre Day is a great diss song that doesn't get mentioned a lot.
It is.
And I think those two head to head are
just on the subject of Drake, just real quick, 2 seconds. On Netflix, I went ahead and watched the Michelle story.
Oh yeah,
I kind of feel like I wish I didn't because it makes me look at Dre in a whole different light.
Domestic violence.
Yes.
How about did any of y'all watch the Triple X Tentacion?
Nah, not yet.
You haven't watched it?
Nah. The what? What is that on Netflix too?
It's on Netflix.
You know what? I don't know much about the kids.
Watch it.
That's
why
I
thought it was on Hulu though.
No, it's on Netflix.
But what am I watching? A concert footage or what?
No, it's just a documentary
about him. Up until his passing.
Up until his death.
Yeah.
He was this generation's Tupac.
Basically,
that's what they say, right? But after you saw it, you feel that way? This generation's Tupac?
I knew who he was beforehand. No, because he didn't do as much as Tupac. He didn't accomplish as much as Tupac. He didn't cover as much ground as Tupac. He was only beginning. When he got gunned down, he was at the very beginning of his career. But like he was about to blow. He was about to be that guy.
But he was like Pac about his people, that kind of shit, or no?
No,
like,
not
totally
really.
Different.
He was more so where Pac was more socially conscious. This kid was more conscious about the kids that were suffering from mental illness. He was more relatable to those kids. Like that's the audience that he catered to was the outcasts, the kids that were getting bullied. You know what I'm saying? He was those guys. You know what I'm saying? He catered to that crowd basically.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but his message was positive.
No, he had a positive. He did. It's not like message. Yeah. He catered, like he was like, yo, I'm here for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
But he was similar to Tupac in the sense that he had that duality of good and bad.
Absolutely, and that was the thing that they do. He even mentions it. He says it himself in the documentary. When he first started out, he played and he preyed on the fact that he was the villain. That he got characterized as a villain. He loved it. He was like, yeah, this is what it is. And it elevated him to a certain point. But then at another point, it worked against him because he got, charged with domestic violence and shit. So now he was the villain for real. You know what I mean? And he's like, yo, this is not what it is. Like, it's cool to be that for a little while, but you can't sustain at this. So that's when he started to change his trajectory and the way he was acting and shit. It's a dope documentary. You should go watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it kind of, like, charters, like you're able to see the rise and the fall. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty dope. And his family, it's it's done by his family, his mother, and shit like that, and all the people that were close around him and shit at the time. So pretty dope.
Definitely check that out, man. And there's only one real villain in hip hop.
Yeah, stop villain.
And there's actually two. Then there's the villain, and then there's the super villain, King of New York.
This guy.
And he's always the villain.
No, he's
to this day he's untouched. So, I mean, Test is gangster. He told y'all, we've been telling y'all for 5 years.
Man, don't nobody want him with that fed.
But on the rumor mill, they say some of the lower end YSL members are snitching on Young Thug and saying he's dangerous, and they're scared of him.
Duh. It's bound to happen.
Yo, I'ma keep it 100.
What happened?
The day I see Young Thug and I'm scared of him, just kill me right there. Take me out right there. I can't be scared of no cat in a dress and spandex and fucking calling his homies Bay and Boo and nothing against nobody.
Beloved.
But Young Thug's a twerk, bro.
Young Thug's a twerk.
You know
he's
what?
like 6'5", yo.
The whole
That's all right. He's like 65 pounds.
That whole situation, guys and kids, for whoever's young listening, don't involve yourselves, guys. Don't get caught up in the bullshit.
Just say no.
Especially if you're in this case the bread maker. Don't be stupid and want to live that street life, that fucking thug life, because he's such a fucking idiot for putting himself where he is. Because guess what? Now his people don't eat for the stupid choices he made.
And that was what he was patterning himself. Like, I eat and now all my people eat.
But he's going against the feds right now. They ain't gonna let up.
Oh no, he's done.
Yeah,
he's cooked.
He's done.
Unless
well, it's not the feds. It's a state RICO charge. So
it's not a
like,
fed.
It's not the feds.
Oh, I read otherwise because I've been doing my research on
it changed, but it's not the United States of America versus YSL. It's Georgia versus YSL.
On a state
level. Which is slightly different, but still going against the feds and a 5+ year investigation. There was also a recent RICO indictment of RTP and what's this kid's name? K-Flock's cousin. He's mad corny, bro. That's why I don't even remember his name. But he's a rapper, drill rapper out the Bronx. He's a goofy looking little kid, and he swears he always got his guns. He went down with some gun charges, so I guess he's probably really about it. I don't fucking know. But about 20 of them got indicted in the Bronx for
some gun shit?
On a RICO charge. The RICO be including gang activities, drug sales, and violence and murder and shit. So another rap crew went down. There's been like 20 RICOs against hip hop.
Gunna's part of that clique, right? That he went down too, right?
Yeah, he's in there.
Somebody was advertising him on a flyer I just saw. I forgot who. You know that he's supposed to perform or was supposed to, I suppose, because he's still locked up, right? Yeah, no doubt.
Maybe he's the one dropping dimes, and he is gonna perform.
Oh,
never know. Hopefully not, though.
But anyway, my message.
I mean, hopefully for him.
My message.
I don't
for
support
the youth,
snitching.
Don't follow young people.
I
don't follow.
With your boy?
Be leaders, not follow.
No, I support him because he's a character, but I don't support his snitching either. I don't think that was correct of him to do. I just think he's funny and he got away with it, bro. Like, I don't agree with it. Mad people don't agree with it, but he's still out in these streets. He got away with it. He's free.
Now.
He's selling records and making money and making videos. And even if he's not, he's free.
Yeah. And
nobody touched him.
For now.
I don't give a fuck. Nobody touched him. Anybody who be on the internet talking shit, 6ix9ine this, 6ix9ine that, Bludshot, another one be talking mad shit, 6ix9ine this, 6ix9ine that. That's all great. Yes, he snitched. Yeah. He went against a fucking murderous gang that is still exists in the streets.
Right.
They're still out there like a motherfucker. There's still mad 9 trade niggas out there. And he snitched and he came out and nobody touched him.
Okay.
So it's not a big up on him. It's more an indictment on the streets. How are y'all so street and thug again and this and that and hold it down and kill a niggas?
You know what the funny thing is? When this guy got killed, Alpo.
Right.
Like,
didn't somebody's son kill him?
Something like that.
I feel like somebody that he killed,
somebody that he had something to do with, right?
Yeah.
The funny thing is that when he got killed, the biggest thing that was said after he was killed, they're like, damn, we're surprised it took this long.
Okay. And how long did it take? Over 20 years. And he was in jail, where he probably could have got killed
easier than, right, exactly. So you never know, fam. Like, it could come soon. Or
it could come
15 years down the road.
How long has Tekashi been out of jail?
Already like 2 years.
All right.
You don't know.
How about George Zimmerman?
There you go. Talk about somebody more
like,
relevant.
come on, y'all.
I'm not disagreeing on George Zimmerman.
I'm not a street dude. I'm a civilian, bro. I'm not gonna go out there and kill nobody.
Yeah.
But if I was one of these street thug tough guys and buck a blick shot niggas and shoot your ops and spin the block, y'all spinning the block on niggas y'all got barely beef with, go fucking shoot 6ix9ine. Go kill George Zimmerman if y'all so tough.
What? They ain't gonna do that.
Agreed.
But y'all not.
Agreed.
Because y'all want to beef with homie that you grew up with and fucking you want to shoot and kill him and watch his mom cry when she probably used to serve you food. That'll make you tough. Go kill somebody that fucking deserves it, bro. Go kill Kyle Rittenhouse or go kill the nigga that shot up Buffalo or go kill the nigga that shot up Texas. Yeah. They're going to jail.
True indeed.
They're not untouchable. Y'all tough guys.
They not tough.
but they won't. They won't get touched. Nobody gets touched.
Not the wrong people.
Niggas ain't really about what they claim to be about. And I'm not claiming to be about shit because I ain't about shit.
Yeah.
But if y'all claim it, be it and do it. Until then, King of New York. Until he gets touched. Ooh. And that's not me supporting him being a snitch.
Snitchery?
I support his entertainment factor. The nigga's entertaining. And he calls people out on their shit and they can't say shit back. And he is just funny to me. Yeah, he called out fucking...
Who did he call out last?
Lil Durk. Lil Durk's a tough guy. Lil Durk's from Chicago. Lil Durk's a killer. He's a GD. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
King Von, his best friend, right-hand man, got murdered in cold blood. He knows who did it, and nothing ever happened.
Yeah. And
Tekashi called him out.
Right. So what did Durk say? Nothing?
I don't fucking know. What can he say? He never did anything.
I'm just asking.
You know, is he wrong? No, he's right. He's got $1 million career. He's got 7 kids. He don't want to go to jail for murder for 20 years. I get it.
For retaliating.
But, you know, if you claim to live this life and shit happens.
That's just on wax, fam. You believe that shit?
I don't believe shit. But
exactly.
I don't know. I was just talking shit, man. Shout out to 6ix9ine, bro. Come on the show.
What? Your biggest fan is waiting for you.
Word. I'll write your bars for you and everything. I don't care.
You guys sound alike. Word. You write similar.
Yo, I'll beat Tekashi 7-0. Oh no, I can't because 00711 is here.
Oh, you gotta
be 6'8". I'll be 6'8".
6'9.5".
9'6". Oh,
you know what? I never found the allure with that kid. I never found the allure with him, yo.
Wait, 6'9"?
With Tekashi, yeah, not even because of him snitching or whatever.
He doesn't make good music.
Yeah,
I realized why I like him a few days ago. He's a wrestler in rap.
How so?
He's a wrestling personality.
He's a wrestler, bro. He calls he's mad entertainment and fake violence.
Yeah.
And like he knows how to sell the fight, or he knows how to cut promos.
He knows how to ham it up in front of a camera.
Yeah, he knows he knows how to keep you watching him.
Yeah.
He's not a great rapper. He don't write his lyrics.
Oh.
What?
Yeah?
No.
Them trash ass, simple booty ass bars that he spits, he don't even write them.
Somebody probably.
Yo, what is...
So there goes that.
Yeah. What does the game come to?
But like I said, I like him because he's an entertainer. And not even that I like him. He just entertains me.
You ever seen that clip when he's having a conversation with Angie Martinez? And she asked him about like his rapping and his rapping ability and what he does. And she was like, so how is it like when you go in? She's like, yo, I don't even take this shit seriously. I go in the booth, and then he started spitting lines from the song with him and Nicki Minaj. He's like, it's some bullshit ass Fifi, blah, blah, blah. He's like, you see, that's bullshit. I just spit that within 5 minutes, and I put it on wax, and it became a #1 hit. But we just be having fun in the studio. I just be in there bullshitting. He don't take this shit seriously.
He never wanted to be Hove or Nas.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And she starts laughing. He's like, yeah, but that's what it is. We just start having fun. We have fun, and we record it, and it becomes a #1 hit. But that goes more to the point of what this guy's saying. It's not his music that's selling. It's his personality. It's him.
It's him.
People buy him.
He's a star.
Yeah. People buy him. They're not buying his music. His music is trash. Everybody knows that. He'll tell you that. He'll tell you his music is trash.
What I would like to see is if Young Thug or Gunna snitch. Let's just say. I don't even think they can because they're so high up on the totem pole that I don't think they can snitch.
They can snitch on each other.
But let's say they snitch and one of them comes home. Do they get the Tekashi treatment?
As far as what?
Or, being labeled a snitch and
the
possibly
whole
blackballed. Yeah, and people don't want to feature with you or work with you and shit like that.
Or
do they get the same? Or
do they get a pass?
Do they get a pass because it's them?
But if they snitch, wouldn't they just be labeled a snitch and that's it?
That's my question.
Yeah. If they snitch, no. If it comes out that either one of them comes out 100% actual factual that they snitched, in my opinion, you're a fucking snitch, fam. You belong. In your opinion, you belong. In my opinion, you belong with the 6ix9ine category.
Right, but 6ix9ine is out. 6ix9ine is making music. 6ix9ine is making money. 6ix9ine might be doing shows. I don't fucking know.
6ix9ine, but because 6ix9ine now is not too much different than 6ix9ine with Treyway. That was the same character. It only just happens that now he's the He's hip hop. He's the hip hop snitch.
But I don't think these guys would switch. They're still gonna be fucking weirdos the same way they were before.
Again, but it wasn't in their thing to be that character or whatever. They actually their, how could I put it? Their thing was on integrity. Was built on integrity. Like, oh, we're really tough guys. You know what I'm saying?
But so was Tekashi.
No, Tekashi. Everybody knew he wasn't. Come on, everybody knew he wasn't a tough guy, bro.
Yeah.
He was more a character. He was a character.
All right.
The people behind him were tough guys.
Correct. If Young Thug walks in this room right now and tells you he's a tough guy, you're going to believe that shit?
Fuck no, because I'll slap him.
Exactly. So it's the same thing.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I think.
I don't know.
Well, if they come out.
Wonder.
So you think if they snitch, and even though they snitch, you think that they'll get a pass?
Yes, and I'd say Tekashi would have a lot to do with it because he was the first one and he already took the bullet.
Oh, okay. So no matter what, regardless of whatever, no matter whatever happens after that, he'll always be the forever snitch because.
Well, yes, but I think Young Thug and Gunna, if they snitch, they would be more easily accepted because it's already happened. So now it's becoming like commonplace.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay,
you know what I mean?
Because they're not the first.
Right.
Okay. That
and
makes
people
sense.
love them.
That makes sense.
So I think people love them more than anybody ever loved Tekashi.
That's a fact.
So if they come
got
out
more
and
industry
snitch,
ties,
people
and
might still
Tekashi
love
had.
them, and they might continue their whole career, and then that'll be super dangerous because now snitching will have zero negative effect on your career. So a scary slope.
Yeah, a very slippery slope.
I think that's it, y'all. Episode 113. Y'all got any shout-outs or sign-offs?
Psych Attack.
Yes. Shout out to my son, CJ, who has a little lady friend.
Shout out to that. Shout out to CJ. Be safe out there.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, 100%.
Wrap it up.
My little
son. Don't go out like Willie Lump Lump.
Nah, never that. And okay, thank you for mentioning that because
you found out who Willie Lump Lump
old man,
is?
Yeah, I've been known. But my old man never had that convo. But guess what? I had that convo with CJ, guys.
As it should be.
Yeah. Nice.
It's about protection and all that, man.
Took him to get some rubbers?
Just spoke to him about it, about what it is.
The man, don't just
tell
him.
He
ain't
what
gonna
it
go
is
buy
to
them.
make a baby and the responsibility that falls with it. And the reason why, he should just be waiting till he's much older.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. How old is CJ now?
13.
Ooh, I lost my virginity at 13.
Me too.
Eyes up.
But lo and behold, I lost mine way later in life, kid. So, I hope
13,
you know what I'm saying?
Wildin'.
He falls in line with that.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
11, 12, and 13.
Be careful, brother.
Yeah, kid.
And good luck.
11, I was finger popping.
I knew what girls were and everything, and I liked them, but I ain't lose mine till way later. So I'm just hoping my son, it's in his DNA to be like that too, kid. Keep it real.
And then 12, I worked my way up. To
yeah, for sure, man.
And then 13, it happened, and it was on after that, bro. You gotta be careful.
Shout out to my baby Christopher.
Christopher Joseph.
Yes.
Shout out to that. Absolutely.
And the wifey,
And the wifey, absolutely.
Yes.
Shout out to that. And the motherland.
And the motherland, yes, sir.
Shout out to that.
All day.
White boy?
Shouts to 113 fucking episodes, man. We did it again.
Damn right.
Shouts to y'all, man. Shouts to y'all for being here. Shouts to my family. Shouts to my wife, Lisa. The kids. Shouts to CO. Love you. Shouts to Twin. And
Twin Zito.
Head of security, baby. Kill everybody. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, 113 episodes, man. We did it again. Let's do it.
Yo, Twin, holla, bro. We still haven't gone out for your birthday, man.
Sure. And it's motherfucking June already.
It's June, yes.
It's going to be Black's birthday.
Yo, for real. And we still ain't go out for Twin's birthday.
We don't have to go out for both.
dual birthday. For sure. We definitely got to get up, man. Love y'all guys, man.
Absolutely. Shout out again to @LunarBright_whitening for the teeth whitening earlier. She also got to whiten the brother Bloodshot's teeth. VSOP is due up for his second visit soon. That's right. Shout out to Luna Empanadas. $25 for a dozen. Mad meat. Pause.
Hey.
Get them. DM me if you're interested, or DM @LunarBright_whitening. Luna Empanadas. Holla at your boy. Shout out to @_the Soul Lab, opening soon. Get your facials, get your exfoliation, get your creams and lotions, and your massages. Shout out to Benny from the North, performed at SOB's Friday night. Big look for him. Big what's the word I'm looking for? Big locale, whatever. Historical location.
Big venue.
Yes, big venue. Shout out to Club Joe's Radio on the AMP app. Make sure you download AMP. Find Club Joe's. Follow him 2 to 10 every weekday. Tomorrow's Monday. We're going with Motivational Mondays. Some music to get your week going, up and going.
Nice.
Shout out to @Charity Hoops basketball event June 18th, 12 p.m. in Secaucus. Come see Kobe Burnz on the court. What? Prayers and shout outs to Metro
Not for long
Boomin.
though. He ain't gonna be on the court too long.
Yeah. Be there early because I got a good 37 seconds of action in me. Similar to sex. No.
Hey.
What? Prayers and thoughts to Metro Boomin and his family. Prayers and thoughts to everybody in Texas. Prayers and thoughts to everybody in Buffalo. I do believe that's it. We're going to fade out with the love song of the week. This is a toxic fucking anthem for the ladies. Ooh. It's from Sabrina Claudio. It's called Better Version. She's basically talking about a nigga that she liked, but she found a better version of the same nigga and likes him now. So that's very toxic. But hit me, Brother F. Shout out to all the ladies, the moms, the wifeys, the grandmas, the aunties, the side pieces, the thotties, the strippers, the teachers, the flight attendants, the bartenders. We love you all. Episode 113. Let's go.
I made the perfect you in my head.
This shit slaps in the whip. I know you don't think it does, but it really does.
This visit laid you out the blue.
Shout out to all the ex-wifeys out there. What?
But internally, goddamn you, man.
This is my music, episode 113, the Gahhd Cast. Shout out Sabrina Claudio, and we out.